really were. Yeah. You got to play. Yeah, he literally said, he got to fight again. Prove he can fight. No, I think the 50 wins prove he can fight. I don't
know. Because his nightmare is Floyd retires. And
I know.
That's the nightmare.
Yeah, because then
this is why you need a LeBron. Like, listen, everybody's gonna be praying for LeBron to retire.
It's why you don't want Kentucky to win championships, because it's just that's the automatic go-to. We're going to championships. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that number to keep going up. You know what I mean? Like, it's because that's the trump card. Like, okay, all right, back and forth. Well, he fought 50 people, beat off the game. So there's nothing you can say.
Ocho Cinco said he went for Gregor.
Who?
Ocho Cinco?
No.
Hey, Brian, can you put some sound through? Yo! Let's go.
His goal is to win, close quote. Tennessee is on the hook for all of his $15.3 million salary for 2021 and the remaining 2 years of his contract. Falcons owner Arthur Blank released a statement saying, in part, as we both move in another direction, I'm deeply grateful for what Julio has done for our team and what he has meant to our city. The 49ers were also among the teams interested in acquiring the 32-year-old seven-time Pro Bowler. Head coach Kyle Shanahan told NBC Sports BayArea.com, it would have been a hell of a deal to bring him to San Francisco. But my second favorite choice is him being in the AFC. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
For the one standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger.
I know, Cardinal Cam, I agree, man. Problem is, Julio ain't gonna start over Dez Fitzpatrick. Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. I don't know. Dez got that spot on lock.
Quality, too good, essential quality has won the Belmont Stakes.
The Kentucky Derby favorite Essential Quality pulled off the win, and Kentucky Derby show horse Hot Rod Charlie placed. Preakness winner Rombauer showed. Moving on to soccer news, Louisville City FC was defeated by Atlanta United 2-1 yesterday. They'll look to rebound on Saturday when they take on Memphis 901 at Lynn Family Stadium, with our coverage beginning at 7:15 on ESPN 680. Racing UFC also suffered their second straight loss against Portland, 3-0. They'll look to rebound on June 20th when they take on Houston. Moving on to basketball news, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers had a big addition over the weekend as they announced the transfer of Jalen Butts. Butts comes from DePaul, and he averaged 10.5 points and 5.5 rebounds 2 seasons ago after sitting out last season, and will have 1 year of eligibility remaining with the Tops. He will most likely replace Charles Bassey as the Hilltoppers starting center. Moving on to baseball news, the Cincinnati Reds pulled off an 8-7 win over the St. Louis Cardinals over the weekend. Outfielder Jesse Winker had his second 3-home run game of the season, including this go-ahead solo in the 9th.
Reyes delivers, and Winker swings and sends one high and deep to right field. Going back on it, Rondon at the wall, leaps, it's gone! Winker's third home run of the game, and it puts the Reds back on top, 8-7.
The Reds will kick off a 3-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow, with our coverage beginning on ESPN 680 at 6:40. Moving on to minor league baseball news, the Louisville Bats took their first series of the season with a 6-1 win over the St. Paul Saints. They'll look to keep the positive momentum going tomorrow when they start a series with the Toledo Mud Hens. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that ESPN Louisville is your exclusive home for the NBA playoffs and the NBA Finals this season, as yesterday in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Atlanta Hawks beat the Philadelphia 76ers 128-124 to take a 1-0 series lead. And the Los Angeles Clippers eliminated the Dallas Mavericks with a 126-111 win in the first conference for a 4-3 series win. Our coverage of the NBA playoffs will continue again tonight with Game 2 of the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn beginning at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marques Maybin is next. This is SportsCenter.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marques Maybin. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville.
Andrew, what's going on?
What up?
I can't message him. I'm gonna tweet at him though. I'm gonna tweet at him and tell him to message me because he's got it blocked to where I can't message him until he follows me.
Marques Maybin. So sit back and relax and watch Maybin. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live.
What do you want me to wait a second?
Best service.
Okay. We'll be the first. He's got to respond.
Marques Maybin.
It's not like he's got a whole lot going on.
9 The Ville. Now, here's Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marques Maybin. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And I guess Monday is like a national holiday for us. Each week, the Monday just really gets our week going and our year going and our season going. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
It was a really good weekend. Actually, I would dare to say almost a great weekend. And
there's a deaf person works in here.
I believe it. It might be me. So I don't want. Louisville ideology.
Louisville ideology.
I will probably be visiting there sooner than later. No, there's a lot to get to. It's over the weekend. Let me just say I had a couple of cool experiences I will share on the air. I also it's also great to watch the Reds just brutally sweep the Cardinals. I mean, just make the Cardinals look stupid.
Was it bad?
It was awesome. It was awesome. So it was like if we could only play the Cardinals every game, we would be in great shape.
Be leading.
Yeah. So it was like I was going to put a broom back on Mitch's desk, but obviously we don't have one. So I almost put the vacuum back there. Just
anything.
I was like, maybe that's close enough.
Just clean up on aisle St. Louis or something.
Just making the point there that like, all right. So anyways, so that was fun.
Brian Hall in the booth. Brian, our weekends never compete to your or compare to yours. So what did you do this weekend?
Let's see. So Friday night had my cousin's graduation party from Walden High School. So congratulations to Jared and Jonah Hall on their graduation. They were both multiple sport athletes, and so they're looking to head off to college. Another thing, Saturday, went out and got another kayaking trip in. I was supposed to spend the night at a client's house that night, but their flight got canceled. They were doing a one-day trip, so ended up getting the night off, and so we ended up packing up the kayaks and going for a kayak trip at Elkhorn Creek in Frankfort.
Mm-hmm.
It was moving. We did a full day trip, and then Saturday,
Are your arms sore after a day of kayaking?
Not really, to be honest. It's more of a lazy river, and we kind of cabrew and float, and but I will say that Saturday the waters were moving much more, and the rapids were a little bit bit tougher, a little bit higher waves and different things like that. So there's a little bit of a workout there, but if anything hurts, it's my upper body. But I've done. I mean, we go kayaking a good amount, so I'm pretty used to it by now. Sunday though, I used to just catch up on sleep. I literally just kind of laid around most of the day because it was the first day in a while that we didn't have really anything to do for Louisville Dog Rush. I had one consultation with a new client, and then the rest of the day I just I napped in and out, which was great. And I hadn't been able to do that in a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
So the weather. Yeah. So the weather kind of let you.
Oh yeah, it was perfect.
Right.
That's awesome.
And hey, congrats to my Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. They picked up a big transfer over the weekend. I told
What's his name again?
Say what?
What's his name again?
Jalen Butts.
It's cool.
Mr. Butts. He comes from DePaul University though, and he averaged 10.5 points and 5.5 rebounds for DePaul. He's I think second or third all time in field goal percentage for DePaul, and he was second on the team in rebounding, and I think he was like 18th in the conference. But we're talking about a guy who only played about 20 minutes a game for them. He'll probably get more minutes at Western. He set out last year. I think there was some issues that he was working, maybe grade issues he was working out. I don't want to say that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just took the COVID year, but he took a year off and transferred to Western, and he'll probably take over Charles Bassey next season.
Every time,
awesome, man.
Every time you hear somebody transfer to anywhere else, do you always think it should have been Coach Mack's guy?
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, should we have got him?
You're right.
Yeah. No, but there's, let me see a couple other things. Obviously over the weekend, we've been prepping for the move. We moved Thursday, so everything is just madness. It's just madness at my house, and it's terrible. It's just stuff everywhere.
I still need help moving, people. I need help moving the Steve washing machine, unless Steve can handle it. or
I mean, I can, but if somebody else wants to do it, I'm perfectly fine with that too.
If somebody can help out with this, it'll be phenomenal.
But anyway, so it was awesome. That was great. We got to do all that. Buying a lot of new stuff. I went to Buff City Soap, got some different stuff. Went to Bath and Body Works and Yankee Candle and spent an ungodly amount of money.
It's setting up for the new place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just have some fresh scents and stuff. So we did all that. Then actually had a couple cool times when I was at Bath and Body Works. A man named Will come up and said to make sure that we enjoy the show. Or make sure we knew he enjoyed the show. Said it's a great part of his day, and that was really cool. So I was excited.
That is awesome. That's a awesome feeling.
Yeah.
When someone says it's the good part of their day.
I know. I was telling my
Golly.
wife when we got in the car, I was like, man, think about that, man. They're like, dude, that's one of their favorite parts of the day. And he watches YouTube and stuff. So I really appreciated him coming up and letting me know that. It was funny. When we were leaving, I was like, hey, take it easy. Well, I saw him back at the food line. We stopped and got Chick-fil-A on the way out. I was like, take it easy, Will. He was like, I'll take it easy, Steve. And Mrs. Steve and little Steve. I was like, that's just an OG. And then Zach Gerald bought. Shut up. It's an OG. I guess I hit the button. Bought my couch, right?
Uh-huh.
So he comes over and I got to chat with him. He listens to the show too and said he enjoyed the show. I said I'd pass it along to you. So it was cool, man. It was a good feeling.
Good to see
I did tell him, I was like, hey, man, like my house don't normally look like this. So like it's like because when you take the couches up and stuff, you see all the like dirty spots and the carpets and stuff, and you're like, golly, dude, this place is disgusting.
I don't want this to be a representation of what
like, this is terrible.
No,
so,
I keep my door open, right, and just keep that living room area clean. So if somebody drives by, they say, oh, Marques' place is nice, but inside of it's just a dump.
I know. So the one other thing before we get to the sports aspect of all this is next Monday, after we move in, get all that done, next Monday we're flying to Vegas. I am going to do a couple shows that week from down in the sports book because it is 7:00 there. So that'll be before everybody's up and wanting to do stuff. So I was like, well, I can get up a couple days. That's something not right there. Sorry. Y'all just have to. I don't know who she was talking to, but it was not anybody that was from this realm of life. But anyway, so I'm going to get up 7, go down because we're staying at Caesars. I'm going to go down to the sports book and at least 2 days on Monday, Friday would be impossible because it's travel days. And Monday I'm going to be having panic attacks. So
listen, you said that out loud. The whole time I'm listening to you, I'm saying, don't do it, Marques. Don't do it, Marques. Don't bring it up, Marques. Don't look. The last thing he needs.
I was gonna bring it up.
Me to bring it up.
That's where I was going with all this.
Okay.
So over the weekend, and actually, I'm kind of kidding. I'm not as terrified as I lead on. But I'm sure as it gets closer, you're gonna kind of be like. But I have been reading. First time flight tips, right? So I've kind of been, I'm like, okay, I got to get chewing gum, got to do this.
Tired.
I know.
You got to be tired.
See, but our flight's at like noon.
You got to run. You got to get a 4 miler in.
So you say I should get up that morning and run before we go?
Yes. You got to be tired, Steve.
I might, because I could get up and run around the new neighborhood. That could be kind of one of my first runs.
Get a long run in.
Okay.
Just so where you just like stay up at night, put Charity in charge of, you get 3 hours of sleep max,
But I mean, it's only a 3-hour flight.
Yet it's not the flight, Steve.
Yeah.
It's the 40 minutes before. It's the 30 minutes when I get on the plane and got to sit down. And then when they shut those doors and we're taxiing and that's where the energy's at. You know what I'm saying?
It's like once it starts, it's going to be like, okay, all right, I can handle this.
And you're going to be looking at the exits like, like your brain just has to be.
People say that all the time. People are like, I mean, you want to be close to the exits. And I'm like, do I?
No. But I don't even know what kind of math you'll be doing, but your brain naturally just go. Like I said, I've been more confident on some planes than others, right?
Yeah, right.
So I know what
And we're flying Southwest, so I mean, it is kind of a more of a.
It's a great Southwest to Vegas. A great quick trip. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But like I said, just be tired.
Okay.
The more tired you are, the more you kind of like.
See, because part of me is like, no, for my first time, I want to be alert. I want to like, okay, let's head on face this. Let's do this, because I'm telling you, once I fly once, I'm wanting to really enjoy this.
Both babies are coming, or neither one?
Neither.
Okay.
Taking the kids to Vegas.
I was gonna say you could try to do the fake tough guy in front of them.
Oh yeah. not my little one. He's crazy. Yeah, he's insane. But Elijah likes to fly. He's flown a few times. He's like, oh, It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, but you also think the chairlifts in Gatlinburg are awesome. Because you don't fear death. So anyways, there's that. We'll talk about that throughout the week. If you guys got tips throughout the week, I would actually legitimately appreciate them. Like I said, I'm not as terrified as I kind of joke. I'm a little nervous, just because, I mean, and you hate to throw out stats like this, but you're like, I mean, there hadn't been like a
Don't even say it. Yeah, right.
And stuff. Of course, I type in Google, and the first thing comes out is like 2 years ago, like an engine exploded and sucked a woman out the window. It was like the first death, and I mean, God knows I'm not making light of that. It's a horrific situation for somebody. But I'm like, oh God. So now I'm like, well, I'm gonna sit my window, and that's the other thing. Everybody's like, oh, get the window seat. I'm like, no, I don't want the window seat.
Fair enough.
Okay, so anyways, we'll talk about that throughout the week. Texters, real quick. Let me get to these, and then there's one more thing I want to talk about. My wife and I took a flight to New Orleans a few years ago, and as a first-time flyer at the time, I chose not to take the window seat. Okay, thank you. I've flown to Vegas at least 10 times from Louisville. There's no napping on the flight out there. On the way back, it's The Walking Dead, so sleep then. See, somebody else told me that. Somebody said the energy on the flight to Vegas is pretty.
You know what?
Intense.
Forget what I said about you being tired.
Somebody
enjoy
said,
your trip.
Take a gummy before the flight. Everything will be smooth. Okay. I think I know where you're going with that.
Good idea.
That's exactly the worst idea you could possibly give.
So you're suggesting I get high?
No. You Miami Heat player it.
Wait a minute. I'm listening.
Dion Waiters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Get Steve and Steve, host of Middays on 93.9, goes into panic attack, forces the plane to land prematurely in Michigan because he took a gummy.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, now I'm naked in the chicken coop in the back.
Sweating like a slave.
Like, what's happening here? Steve, headphones, watch a good movie. Other people have told me that. Unfortunately, Southwest stopped serving booze. Well, I might consider it. Steve, you want the window seat. Something about it is more comforting. You might be right. The flight out is like Rick Pitino,
where I'm going.
and the flight back is like Mac. Do not take a CBD gummy before the flight.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. If you're tall, you want the exits. Takeoff and landing are the best parts. Turbulence isn't as bad as it seems. I appreciate these, man.
It's not bad.
Thank y'all. Throughout the week, shoot those to me, and don't be a jerk. Don't be like, see, here's a, Somebody said y'all do have the best show. Thank you so much. Okay, a couple texts about this. I feel like we have to address this first.
I'm listening.
Shout out to my guy Charles Clay for IPTV, because I did not spend a ton of money, but I did stay up last night and watch Floyd Mayweather, and then we're gonna get to this basketball video here shortly. But Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul. It was what I assumed it would be. I learned a lot of things. I wanted Floyd just to kick his butt. I also learned that I don't really despise Logan Paul. His brother's the one that's like,
obnoxious.
Yeah, like, you're disgusting. Like, I hope Woodley just beats him to a pulp because they're fighting.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, there's that part of it.
Post fight, you came around.
Yeah, because I mean, you could tell. Like, I mean, he was about to cry. Like, you could tell he was legitimately like, "This is the coolest thing I've ever did in my life." So there's that. I mean, obviously, you watch the fight, you could tell at about round 6 that Floyd had robbed us
yet again,
and he was not going to. He was not going to knock him out, because at any point after round 5, I mean, Logan Paul couldn't lift his arms.
He was a zombie.
Yeah. Then the video comes out.
Wait for the video.
Okay.
Just,
well, I mean, that's about it. I mean, it was what it was.
Floyd Mayweather could have disposed of him throughout the fight.
Yeah, I mean,
anytime.
And then after,
what was it? Was it just his defensive prowess, just his conditioning?
Well, he's a boxer.
Listen, So
Logan Paul's not.
So there was nothing to Logan Paul's size and strength and heavy hands or anything like that.
Not after the first 30 seconds. It's like, okay, I mean, if you can go right at sure, I'm sure. But I mean, Floyd's like, he's practices taking punches to the jaw to like, to toughen that up. Like these boxers aren't easy guys to knock out. Like
they're not easy to touch with full force.
Yeah, it wasn't like you walked in there and just sucker punched Brian Hall in the face. I mean, I don't know why. Sorry, Brian. But like, I mean, like, there's no comparison here.
But Steve, there's always the imagination that says, let me introduce you to Mr. Overhand Right.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah. And it gets you. And this was the great white hype. And it got me a little bit, even though you could tell that, look, James Roper was trying to win. Floyd won before the fight. He was like, okay, we got you.
Once we hit the number.
Yeah. Once Moneybag Yo came out, and it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Migos come out and did a whole song. Then Moneybag Yo and Floyd come out. And it's like, it's over.
But again, I'll still admit, in the back of my mind, there was this little something that said, Floyd, don't go out there and just get caught sleeping.
Well, once so much that, it's like, don't go out there and look bad either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't go out there and kind of like look fat and, and I guess I shouldn't say fat, but like, overweight for a boxing
for him.
match.
Yeah.
And kind of like, and he's slower. And it's like, well, he's not that.
Yeah.
He could still beat most boxers at that weight. He did kind of afterwards. It was funny because Logan Paul was
passively
like,
aggressively.
Logan Paul was legitimately like, and that's why I said that kind of eased me a little bit on him, because he was like, dude, this is like, this dude's one of the greatest, man. I mean, like, this is legit. Like, this is awesome. Floyd was kind of like, if he tried to fight somebody his own size, he'd probably get hurt, but
probably get hurt pretty bad.
He's a little tougher than I thought, blah, blah, blah. He was kind of like, I had fun though. I'm 40. 44. He said, I like to get here and mess with the young kids and see if I still got it. I'm like, okay. I feel you.
Right.
But, and I'm a big Floyd guy. Like, I'm a big Floyd guy. Now, of course, there is this aspect of it. Like my cousin, of course. Like my cousin don't like Floyd Mayweather. So
Floyd and LeBron.
Yeah, right. Floyd and LeBron are the two guys he don't like. Now, like Floyd could have did a triple backflip gainer and knocked him out with the uppercut on the way up, and he'd have been like, this kind of tarnished Floyd Mayweather's legacy. Like, okay, dude, there's nothing he could have done.
Right.
Yeah, like, it's like, I mean, he was, because my cousin put on there, he was like, he's probably listening too. I'll probably get a text, but he was like, he's got to fight again. Like, so this Floyd's now got to come back and say, not the 50-0.
Right.
Now he's got to come back and fight again to prove he can fight. Like, okay.
Look, LeBron loses the first round out of 15 straight years, Steve.
He never in his career.
And I was like, see, I told y'all he wasn't nothing.
I know.
It's like, okay, I'm not talking to you about Floyd or LeBron conversations.
Right. But anyways, there was that. But overall, I mean, it was what it was. It was entertaining. Actually, I got, and I don't want to leave this one, but I got the Ocho Cinco fight. Kind of. Yeah. I was like, okay, I was really kind of into that. Like,
video.
Then the video comes out this morning.
Brian, have you seen the video?
Okay, the video comes out this morning. And I noticed it. I think everybody noticed it when it happened,
but didn't know what they were looking at.
But didn't realize what you were looking at. So Floyd catches Logan Paul on the side of the temple, right? Just
listen. Close quarters combat.
Yeah,
he ducks, gets up under his guard.
Right,
like his instinct kicked in. His boxing instinct. I see opportunity. He slides in. Boom, boom. Right.
So he hits him, and you can tell, like you know when a guy's kind of like going down. Now, I don't like what he knocked him out cold. I don't know, but he was going down.
Yes,
and I've watched Floyd Mayweather fight a lot. I buy about every one of Floyd's fights. Mm-hmm. Floyd Mayweather hits somebody like that. He moves simultaneously
so fast
and lets them fall
because he knows this is a knockout shot.
Yeah, like, or it's a knockdown. Like, I mean, it's huge. That'll win you the fight. Something like that. So, anyways, he hits him, and then catches him. And we all saw it live, and we all saw him bend it over sideways. Like, we're like, Floyd doesn't bend over sideways like that,
Right,
for no reason.
Right. And it's like, is Logan Paul grabbing him? And then you're like, no.
Yeah, no. And now here, and I'm gonna lob this.
No, okay, you can use it.
Well, I was gonna just lob it to you. I saw it and I was like, okay, my mindset went, oh, okay. See, because I thought so, because I was like, you could just tell. I told you, I said, after that first round flurry where Logan Paul looked like a guy, like when we used to go up to my buddy's house and we'd push back the furniture and put boxing gloves
oversized gloves on.
That's what we looked like.
Wailing, right?
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. Well, I was like, I knew, okay, Floyd could have beat him at any time. I thought that was kind of the angle. But you hit me this morning, no pun intended, with something that I was like, oh,
Brian,
Floyd may be in some trouble.
I saw that video. Of Floyd Mayweather holding Logan Paul up.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right before the fight, Steve told me Floyd Mayweather said, this is the kind of fight that somebody's going to get knocked out because of the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So keep in mind, all the people betting just heard Floyd Mayweather say, this is the kind of fight that somebody's going to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now you say that on air, guess what everybody in Vegas does?
Makes a bet
that there's going to be a knockdown or a knockout, right? You got video of Floyd accidentally knocking out his opponent and holding him up so he doesn't go down.
Yeah, it makes you think that something's rigged.
Well, if I put a couple million down or a million on a knockdown or a knockout,
I cringed when I saw that video. Because again, it's the LeBron. You'd be amazed at how many people are lined up to take Floyd Mayweather down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So if Floyd Mayweather is seen to be, I mean, he probably made so much on the rights of the fights. He probably didn't gamble on anything, but you get the point. Like, he probably told his people, y'all can just bet against no knockdown to all his friends. Y'all want to make some money? Everybody's going to be betting on a knockdown.
Yeah.
Y'all bet no knockdown, no knockout. Right? Yeah. And put whatever you got on it. And all them bets that Vegas had to pay out on the no knockdown, no knockout. I cringed when I saw that video. I'm like, ooh. But it's hard to prove. It is hard to prove.
Well, and the only thing he's got going for him is, I mean, he is Vegas. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is Vegas. He lives in Vegas. He and I'm sure he has enough people up there that, and this is, you hate to say this, and actually, I hate to say it.
Vegas probably came to him and said,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you hate to say it because I like Floyd, but it's like, and I hate doing the basketball could be really rigged or anything like that, but it's like, I mean, if anybody could make that deal, it would have been Floyd, So
I'll tell you what, we're going to get into the basketball video. I am going to open up a new school. I want to talk about that.
Oh,
so after the commercial break, the new school, the basketball video, all that good stuff. Middays with Marques Maybin on 9th on the Ville.
Getting ready for the big day? Come to Shane Company for picture-perfect jewelry, classic styles for the bride and groom, and gifts for the bridal party. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and shaneco.com.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Last year in June, we implemented an employee stock ownership plan. So now all of our full-time staff members own a piece of Cox's and Evergreen.
We always took pride, but now this is ours. That's a big thing. I am a part owner. We are part owners, and that didn't have to be done. And most companies don't do that.
Cox's and Evergreen are Louisville's neighborhood liquor store. Visit our website, coxslouisville.com.
Born from a legend, enjoyed by all. Robert Mondavi wasn't just any winemaker, he was a visionary, an iconoclast, a rock star. In 1979, he founded Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi with the vision of putting good wine on every American table. So pick up a bottle today. As the legend himself said, drink what you like what you drink. Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi, from one for all. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. 2021 Woodbridge Winery at Campo, California.
My partner and I have been together for years, and we finally decided to make it official. Our first step was the ring. Shane Company had so many beautiful engagement rings. I wasn't sure what I wanted, so we booked a virtual appointment. Our consultation went great. Having a conversation with a diamond expert from your home is so convenient. After picking out the ring setting, we selected the center stone. I went with a classic solitaire with a stunning round diamond. Then our jewelry consultant showed us their decorative crowns, a way to make it even more special. They had so many unique designs to choose from. I chose a tulip crown, and it made it gorgeous from every angle. It was so easy to create the ring online, and it arrived faster than we expected. I can't wait to wear it every day for the rest of my life.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business, Shane Company. Open weekdays till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5, and online at shaneco.com.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville, not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is sparkling water with caffeine, and it's putting sugary soda on notice with its newest flavor, Cola, which was just awarded Best New Product by BevNet Magazine.
Focus Cola has all the classic taste, but none of the harmful ingredients. No sugar, no sweeteners, no guilt. It's what's missing that matters.
Haven't had it before? Try Focus Cola for just $12 when you use code NEWCOLA at www.drinkfocus.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it or where to get help. HIMS was our answer. HIMS connected my husband with a licensed provider online. He was able to get medication to treat his ED at a fraction of the price people pay for the name brand. It was delivered to our door, and guess what? Our sex life is back. It works.
Right now, get your first online provider's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/love. Yep, free. No copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Just the care you need.
Thanks to HIMS, we got our sex life and our marriage back.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/love. That's forhims.com/love for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/LOVE.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
saw something about a fight.
Let me repeat this because YouTube was down. USA men's national team.
You're hurting a lot of people's feelings talking about it.
Versus Mexico. CONCACAF. Oh, it was in Denver.
Okay.
At the Broncos Stadium.
I did see
highlights. My God. Listen, it was awesome. It was feisty, and you can't lose to the United States if you're Mexico in Denver.
No, actually, I watched the 30 for 30, the two Escobars.
Oh,
you legitimately can't.
You can't lose to the United States. And listen, I'm telling you, Mexico scores like a minute into the game, right?
It looked awesome.
Listen, they score a minute into the game, and they got the swag going. Steve, I mean, it looked like the Mexican national team came to party, right? Think about it. When you score, it's like the basketball game when you just get two fast break dunks right at the beginning of the game. You're like, we're gonna wipe the floor with these dudes, right? So what happens is game, couple headers, couple nice goals or whatever. I'm talking about 2 points were scored in like the last 3 or 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Louisville. USA got awarded a penalty kick. And I listened to the Spanish broadcast. So even not knowing, it was awesome. Because they was like, penalty, right? So listen, the United States gets up, top corner, which is a tough, penalty kick shot, just hitting that top corner.
Yeah.
Because you can screw that up really easy, like for as long as I've been watching. Top corner takes some stones,
Okay.
USA
I did see that shot.
USA takes the lead with the top corner, right? Right at the very end, Mexico gets up. They were like, penalty. So it was like, oh my God, it was like ebbs and flows. It was live, Steve, right? Mexican dude goes up, he goes bottom left corner. United States goalie, who was the backup goalie because the first one got hurt.
I did see that.
Oh my God, he saves that. Oh my God, it was, listen, fans out there hitting the USA with they're throwing their drinks onto the. You think Kyrie and them had it?
Somebody said they fill them with pee.
I don't know.
That's what they said. Like that's the Mexican thing when they throw stuff. They like the Mexican national team or like the fans. They're like peeing them.
But
or something.
If you look at the highlights, you can see people getting really hit.
Oh, the Mexican dude. I'm saying the Mexican dude. The guy that
on Mexico.
The guy that played on the Mexican national team. He got hit right in the head. Like. I was like, dude,
listen, if y'all do yourself
they
a
were
favor,
playing in Denver.
They were in Denver.
Like you would think this game was like in Mexico City.
Oh,
this was in Denver.
No, Denver's has a heavy Mexican
population. Does it? Okay,
yeah,
okay,
heavy.
Okay,
heavy.
fair enough. I didn't know that.
Yeah, my brother lived in Colorado Springs.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
He's like, don't mess around.
No, okay, no, that's fair.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
So yeah. It would listen. If y'all got a chance, you should go look at like the 8 minute. They got like the 8 minute, 10-minute condensed game. It's just a great game. So okay, so I know that's awesome. That's for a certain portion of the audience, but yeah, it was a really good game. So video,
yes,
the University of Louisville basketball staff, in particular. Troy Beckman,
okay,
guy who's responsible for the video. We're efforting him right now. I told Brian he needs to reach out. We need to get him on here. Let's see who tries to steal my idea now.
I've sent the message.
Okay, so the message is out there. If you know him, y'all reach out. Say Maybin's trying to get with you, get you on the show. Okay, thank you for passing that message along. So Steve, video comes out. You see it before I do. You don't spoil it. You don't spoil alert it for me. You check it out. Give me your vibes on it.
Well, it was awesome. I mean, all the way. Is
it awesome in a good? Is it awesome in a basketball? Something that come out of the basketball office that's okay. It's obvious you care about getting some connection with the fans. It's obvious you're doing this for the fans. You're releasing this not to get hype, not to necessarily hype up your players, but just let's start this journey together, y'all.
Well, it's awesome because it's episode 1. And I like this new kind of idea of a lot of times.
By the way, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. We will take your questions and comments on the video, on the men's national team game, or anything else, any of these other conversations. And Steve is also taking advice, or if you want to volunteer a little help or services towards moving a washer and dryer to your boy Maybin's house, call in, text in too with that.
Fair enough.
Keep on.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's awesome because it's episode 1, and it's kind of meet Team 108, and a lot of times we meet Team 108 or Team 10 whatever or Team 90 whatever, at the red-white game. It's like, okay, this is my first time kind of, and now even though we're kind of crazy around here with our sports, so we know a lot about the guys, but it's like that's the first time we really get to see anything about them. This was cool because it's looks, and when episode 1 tells me there's at least gonna be a couple more, at least one more, and maybe I'd say more than that. It seems it's gonna kind of take us through a summer-long journey. So by the time the red-white game gets here, we're going to know these guys. We're going to know the journey of Mike James. We're going to know the journey of Roosevelt. God forbid if somebody were to have a setback in the summer, we're going to know that. We're going to watch that happen. We're going to say, okay, all right. And then you're going to hear, said
but in
guy,
good video format.
Yeah. I'm not going to I don't like to put a name on an injury or a setback, but, said guy. So, this happened. This is what I'm looking at, and like to me, that's a big deal in it's just where it's at now, man. This is the new world. This is the new,
this is why you pay for good video producers.
Yeah, man. And I think that when I watched that, and it was done perfectly, and we'll get to the breakdown of it when I just pass it back to you here. But from the beginning with the tournament, from of last season, the disappointment of that, onto the moving in aspect of it. I heard Process talking this morning a little bit. I did agree with him. Like, even just, I don't necessarily care about humanizing them because
you already have an
I would rather you look. Well, I have an appreciation for them, but also because I'm not going to humanize you. You win or you don't, and that's kind of how we. And I don't mean that to sound as harsh as it did, but it's like, you win a lot, you're going to be beloved. You don't, not hated.
They're still my babies, though.
Well, no, absolutely. But I mean, like, nobody's going to be like, oh, Carly Jones, tournament. Still going to appreciate Carly Jones for years to come. But if Carly Jones takes to the Elite Eight this year, it's different. Okay. Like, it's different. So, and I say this jokingly, not jokingly, in all seriousness. I say it jokingly a lot with you. Okay. For instance, there wasn't a ton of postseason run, but nobody looks, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, did you grab the bag because you knew I was about to say this? No, like, it's just like,
listen, I did the most pathetic thing on ever done, people. Here's the problem. I have a bag. I have a computer bag, right? And it says on it,
you just see it coming.
Grade 8.
Close enough, right? It's close enough.
Not Elite 8.
Yeah, no, but close enough. But here's the thing: you what you did against Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Like what you did in your career over time
kind of gives you a
and your story after is a big deal, and you're a beloved player. Okay, around as much as it still blows me away how much people. It's like really, I'm like he bleeds like I bleed. You know what I'm saying? Like
he lost to Gonzaga.
Yeah, but you don't have to have that. People are gonna, you know what I'm saying? But just it is something. And
usually
that.
top 12 scores are beloved though.
yeah. But you do know what I mean. Like, say if we had that visual of you hitting a shot in the Elite Eight or in the Sweet 16, I'm not going to say
over 7'1" people in the corner for 4-point plays to close out games against Kentucky. I mean, that, it's not quite.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not quite.
It's
not quite Sosa's shot, but
yeah, but it's close enough. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I just think that this kind of allows you now. I think your average person, okay, like for instance, a Drew Diener, who is about as involved in sports as anybody. We don't really follow the recruiting aspect of it. He says that openly, but he knows Mike James now. He knows Roosevelt Wheeler. He knows, Jared West. He knows, of course, Matt Cross is coming in. I think last I heard it was like the 19th was when he's coming in. But those guys, or El Ellis, Noah Locke, and that's a big deal, I think, for the fan base. So that to me, that's what it did. It didn't give us anything groundbreaking. I mean, it was the most groundbreaking thing, and I hate to say this because I hate this type of, is was probably watching them watch the tournament. It was sad.
Oh,
that was rough,
but
man.
That was a great.
But you're right.
That was a great idea.
Oh, it was perfect.
It was a great idea. It was a very unsympathetic sounding Coach Mack. It was when Marques Maybin says to you, "It hurt, don't it?" And with a smile on my face. Not that I'm enjoying you. I'm enjoying you getting this lesson of pain.
Yeah, man.
Of passion. Like I enjoy you falling. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your success is you're gonna love that pain that you had, especially if you move on to be successful.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be able to handle some adversities in the future. And you know what you're gonna say? Man, it ain't as bad as this in that tournament.
I know.
Like you're gonna take a stock market loss, and it's gonna make you sick to your stomach. But you're gonna say, "Yeah, that's probably ranks number 3 or 4." Behind
on
that
sucky days.
Yeah, right. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, that's going to like that moment in that locker room or in that socially distanced, tournament selection committee.
Yeah.
Boy, I envy Mac to be in that position to look at all them in the face and say, "It hurt, don't it?"
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you this look when you're not working hard. And look, without saying it, this is gonna be the look on my face. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit in that room again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Steve, I'm surprised you didn't hit me with the jokes, but it was like, yeah, my years we either knew we were in or we were
sure.
There was no need for any bracket watch parties. Like, yeah, y'all are not.
I know.
We'll see y'all practice on. We'll start working out.
I know, and it was shit. Well, yeah, fair enough. but it was, man. It was a really cool thing for them to do, and I'm looking forward to more. I liked seeing Malik kind of in that role of. I like how they did that. They showed the tournament, then they showed it almost felt like a TV show. They did the new guys and stuff, and that's cool. You saw Coach Mack kind of for the first time interacting with Mike James, in person.
I do got to get the JJ trainer, the granddad trainers. I got to get the ribs.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that looked amazing.
Yeah,
and
JJ. I need to see his development.
I know
he didn't look as big on the videos this time.
Fair enough.
Did you go out to Cali and lose some weight, JJ?
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I'm on you.
I know. Yeah,
I didn't see a lot of Sam,
but I did see Sam. But I'm okay.
Sam's probably like, get that camera out my face.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not playing this game.
Look, I got one more. I got a year to make it.
Yeah,
and really, he does.
Right
to make it.
Yeah,
like first round.
Yeah.
Like this is your year. Or if Sam doesn't,
or you're just you were just a good player,
or you're just because to me this is your third year. If he doesn't build into a first rounder this year.
Yeah, let's leave it into the video part of it.
Yeah.
We'll go down.
Oh, I know.
I'll end up going down a far road with that. So I did. I really enjoyed the disappointment part of that tournament thing because it's like that's the lesson and just that walk off. Like we really just threw a party and.
I know. And then you were the first team out, and you're like.
And they're not aware of what we knew. Kind of like their brains are still a little untainted. They think we just screwed up. You know what I'm saying? We screwed up. We didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though some adults, on the outside. Like,
oh yeah. Right. Sure.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You see that coming
like,
my way.
Yeah. Like some years down the road, we'll be able to talk to him and just say, "Y'all didn't have a shot, young fella." Like,
I know. And it was. But again, I look forward to it. And then, like I said, it was the ending with the okay. Now let's focus on our senior. You know what I'm saying? Like, now this is Malik, and they asked him. Well, they did ask Malik. I did like this really quick. He was like, they were like, "What keeps you coming back?" And just to hear him kind of say, "Man, it's a place I was just ready to get out of here." Now he's like, I'll probably live here the rest of my life.
Clarify that. Yeah. I was just coming here to do a year and get out of here.
Yeah.
Now this is a place I could see myself living for the rest of my life.
Yeah. That was big. That was stuff like that's big, man. And
I still don't like hearing backup plans though.
Well, I know, but he's got to be realistic.
I know,
though, man.
I know.
Like with what's happened.
I know. I just don't like. But that's that. I said the same thing to my
cousin. You see Roosevelt come in there. You got to think Malik's like, man, this kid. Hey, look, this young fella's everything I used to be.
I say that. Look again, and I said this to Cameron Maybin in here, y'all. So I didn't want him thinking about backup plans. Like, no, you be one track. You're smart. You'll figure out the backup plans.
Pops Enoch, we did see Steve, man. Did you see Steve out there?
Yeah. Don't get me started. Is Pops Enoch on the text line?
Yeah.
Pops, I hate that they didn't love your son enough.
I know, right?
And people loved Steve.
No, they did. Yeah.
But he deserved more.
But like we didn't appreciate, I think we did.
I know.
Y'all didn't appreciate
I know.
Sometimes how good he was.
He caught an alley-oop and brought it down from the square, Steve, off a reverse pivot.
I know.
These people, they make me sick sometimes.
He's the one I'm pretty bullish on. I'm like, he's gonna, because I think he'll get if he hasn't already, we'll play a summer league. I really can see him. I think he's going to show up in the league.
When he's not in the league, I need him working out here. And I need him working out with Roosevelt Wheeler because he, like I said, he has a fundamental.
Steve was in town, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He has a fundamental big man game. He needs to have an apartment here. He needs to have a place here to always be able to work out.
Listen, Pops, you tell Steve he's always welcome to stay with Steve Rummage.
Right. You got to stay here.
Me and Steve Enoch, just two Steves walking around the commons,
just chilling.
Hope people don't confuse us.
They won't.
Which one's Rummage? Which one's Enoch?
So yeah, I would really love him working out with Roosevelt. Okay.
Yeah, he's big. He's big time. Man.
So there's that. I did listen. I enjoyed the details too, Steve. The blood work. There is. Do you know how high your heart rate is? Being in that room.
Oh, it's every time I go to the doctor.
Right.
They're like, your blood pressure. I'm like, nah. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
No, because everybody's looking at each other and looking at each other's weights. And then, waiting for the doctor to say, See, and another thing, that's why I can't be a doctor. Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here taking somebody's temperature. Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm going to go. Oh,
no. Look, oh God! No, I'm joking.
I know.
You're fine.
Yeah,
you're pregnant. What? No, I'm joking. It's a basketball team.
Yeah. Are you sure that? Oh, is this your blood work?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Let me see your.
Oh my God! I would pass out. It's like when we went to Disney and they did the temperature checks. That was like I was like, I'm gonna be on the news if they tell me. Well, actually, Steve, you have a 99. No, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna go sit in the car, and when I come back, that's gonna read right temperature because I came all the way down here. I paid. I'm going into this park today.
Come hell or high water.
Yeah. Okay, one last thing. I know. Oh, my bad.
No, I was gonna say it would be tough being a doctor because I would say 60 to 70% of the news you give a client is bad news. The reason that they come in is because they're getting checked out for something that they're worried about. So
right.
I would say majority of the time you give them bad news.
Yeah. But with the college, it's like you just don't want to hear nothing crazy. So you're like,
okay, one last elephant in the room because I know B Hall's got to play out in just a second. Luke and Blankenbaker.
We're definitely addressing that. You play that music out. I'm gonna address a lot of that stuff. We're rolling along mid.
Everything's included. All fashion rings, every engagement ring mounting, diamond earrings, all new designer fashion jewelry, even all GIA certified diamonds. Whether you spend $3,000 or $300,000, you could get 5 years, 0 interest financing. Celebrate summer, celebrate life, celebrate love. Don't miss this chance to get that beautiful piece of jewelry and take advantage of 5 years, 0 interest financing with no money down. Now for a limited time only, and only at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza, on approved credit.
Hey Cards fans, Zach here with Great Flood Brewing Company. We are so excited to have reopened bar seating at both locations. Stop by and enjoy a Great Flood brewed beer at our Highlands tap room, or sit down at our reconfigured bar in Middletown for a burger, pizza, cocktail, or beer. We're thankful to have weathered the past year with you all. We love cheering on the Cards with you and are incredibly appreciative of your continued business. Go Cards!
Summer is upon us, and you are about to find out how strong your cooling system is. And if you find out that it's not ready for the long summer ahead, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a full Train system, receive an extended 10-year part and labor warranty and 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Make your life better with a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker and be part of an industry-leading organization that believes in promoting from within. Earn $14.50 plus up to $425 in weekly bonuses depending on shift. And you might even be eligible for a program that helps you graduate college debt-free. Enjoy an active job with big-time growth opportunities at UPS. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/Louisville. That's upsjobs.com/Louisville.
Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hall. The Sports Center update brought to you by the Mower Shop on Preston Highway in Louisville, selling and servicing quality outdoor power equipment since 1965. 502-969-6433. The final leg of the Triple Crown was the Belmont Stakes that was held this weekend.
And they're into the stretch, and it's essential quality and a stubborn hot rod Charlie, and the two of them putting on a match race with a furlong to run. Essential quality on the outside. Hot rod Charlie won't go away. Essential quality, too good. Essential quality has won the Belmont Stakes.
The Kentucky Derby favorite Essential Quality pulled off the win, and Kentucky Derby show horse Hot Rod Charlie placed, and Preakness winner Rombauer showed. Moving on to soccer news, Louisville City FC was defeated by Atlanta United 2-1 Mill yesterday. They'll look to rebound on Saturday when they take on Memphis 901 at Lynn Family Stadium, with our coverage beginning at 7:15 on ESPN 680. Racing UFC also suffered their second straight loss against Portland, 3-0. They'll look to rebound on June 20th when they take on Houston. Moving on to basketball news, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers had a big addition over the weekend as they announced the transfer of Jalen Butts. Butts comes from DePaul, and he averaged 10.5 points and 5.5 rebounds 2 seasons ago after sitting out last season, and will have 1 year of eligibility remaining with the Tops. He will most likely replace Charles Bassey as the Hilltoppers starting center. Moving on to baseball news, the Cincinnati Reds pulled off an 8-7 win over the St. Louis Cardinals over the weekend. Outfielder Jesse Winker had his second 3-home run game of the season, including this go-ahead solo in the 9th.
Reyes delivers, and Winker swings and sends one high and deep to right field. Going back on it, Rondon at the wall, leaps, it's gone! Winker's third home run of the game, and it puts the Reds back on top, 8-7.
The Reds will kick off a 3-game series against the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow, with our coverage beginning on ESPN 680 at 640. Moving on to minor league baseball news, the Louisville Bats took their first series of the season with a 6-1 win over the St. Paul Saints. They'll look to keep the positive momentum going tomorrow when they start a series with the Toledo Mud Hens. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that ESPN Louisville is your exclusive home for the NBA playoffs and the NBA Finals this season. As yesterday in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals, the Atlanta Hawks beat the Philadelphia 76ers 128-124 to take a 1-0 series lead. And the Los Angeles Clippers eliminated the Dallas Mavericks with a 126-111 win in the first round of the Western Conference for a 4-3 series win. Our coverage of the NBA playoffs will continue again tonight with Game 2 of the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets, with our coverage beginning at 7 o'clock on ESPN 680. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marques Maybin is next. This is SportsCenter.
We are Louisville's hometown sports station. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville, with the most play-by-play of the biggest events, including the NCAA tournament and Final Four.
Wire-to-wire winner for the Baylor Bears.
The College Football National Championship.
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
The NFL and Super Bowl 54.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl 55 champions, led by Tom Brady.
The NBA Finals.
The Lakers conquer the bubble.
The World Series.
The Los Angeles Dodgers have won the World Series.
And the Kentucky Derby.
And they're into the stretch.
Featuring exclusive coverage of the Triple Crown. Big game, big race, one place. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Then DFH Company is definitely the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Inquire about their Mitsubishi mini split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home, just like the one we have at the studio and use on a daily basis. Also, Mitsubishi is offering a $500 rebate on its multi-zone systems through June. 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Well, we took a week off, but now we're back. And after watching some boxing last night, I heard DraftKings a lot on there. So we're back and we got some new stuff. So DraftKings Sportsbook is not only my favorite sportsbook, but also America's top-rated sportsbook. I love using DraftKings Sportsbook. It is easy to navigate and has plenty of instructions for new bettors and nearly limitless ways to get in on all the action. My friends and family have been loving DraftKings Sportsbook, and I know you will too. Listen, this is a great offer. DraftKings Sportsbook is putting you courtside with a chance to turn $1 into $100 in site credits. Don't that sound fun? You want $100 in site credits, Brian?
Who doesn't?
Okay. That's right. Pick any basketball team that's still in contention, bet $1, and if that team wins, you'll win $100 in site credits. Don't forget, DraftKings Sportsbook also offers great odds and promotions on baseball, hockey, and so much more all week long. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code WLCO when you sign up to turn $1 into $100 in free credits. Bet on the basketball team of your choice to win their next game, and if they do, you'll claim $100 in free credits. That's promo code WLCO for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Indiana only, new customers only. Wagers paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Steve says elephant in the room. Marques Maybin says elephants in the room. The only difference is the plural. I said I am opening a school. I misspoke by saying school. I didn't misspeak at the time, but I thought I should be a little more clear about this. I am opening a re-education program, a program to provide some rehabilitation.
Okay.
So either we're going to call it I don't know if I want to call it a rehabilitation clinic, a rehabilitation camp, and an educational camp, but something has to be done. I don't know if it's for the rehabilitation camp for the fan.
Okay.
And I'm going to rehab a certain person, and he's going to be the counselor of my camp. You know how like you get somebody back on the right path to success, and they become your best, counselor at the camp.
Sure.
I'm going to tell you, my fan rehabilitation clinic, my number one counselor is going to be Perrin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Drew's response this morning to the basketball video, right? I was listening to Drew. Drew was excited about it, right?
Right.
It's opening the floor for excitement on the Louisville basketball video and the intimacy of it, and the fans needed this. Brian, can you please play Perrin's opinion on the video?
I like the video, but I don't want to like the video. And I'm going to tell you why. The video's great.
Pause it. Start over and pause it.
I like the video.
Wait. I want you to listen to Diener in the background go, what? Like he's even shocked. Like there is no way that you don't enjoy this video. Being who you are, Perrin, former player, fan. We got to listen to Luke on it. Got to listen to Blake and Baker on it.
Right.
Like all that good stuff.
Right.
It took Drew Diener back to hear this response.
I like the video, but I don't want to like the video. And I'm going to tell you. I like the video, but I don't want to like the video. And I'm going to tell you why. The video's great. And the video's great for me. It resonates with me because like anybody that played basketball will tell you the best time than when you're playing basketball is the summertime. Well, even when high school, when you're playing basketball in the summertime with your teammates, play against the local tournaments, you're getting better, you're lifting weights, you're playing AAU ball as well. It's a good blend. It's, you're out of school, you're hanging out, you're working out, it's fun. The reason why I do not want to like the video is this series of videos that they're going to do is going to make me fall in love with this team. And I'm gonna hear me out.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be so excited for basketball season. Stay with me.
Okay.
And then the AARP is gonna come out with some crap. IARP. And I'm gonna be
the AARP comes in, we got problems.
The AARP is gonna come and get all these guys. They're all 20 and 19.
Yeah.
So, but the thing about it is, I'm the reason why I say I don't want to like the videos because I knew when you fall in love with something bad always comes.
Where I stopped it.
Okay. Well, yeah. This is your school, so it's up to you. I'm listening.
Okay. No, you didn't do that on video release day. The reason that I say a school is because there's people who really say things like that, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what good you give them,
Mm-hmm.
they say, I don't want to like it.
Right.
Because whenever I feel good, something bad's gonna happen. Parent, sometimes Ethan, are gonna be my school counselors. Y'all need fan rehab. Because if you're gonna carry this with you, how are you going to be a functional human being, a functional sports fan? If you get a video that quote resonates with you, being a former player, this video resonates with you. The summertime, the really getting better and all that good stuff and hanging out resonates with you. And the moment you fall in love with this team, the IARP is going to come crashing it all down.
Yeah.
According to that logic, you are literally incapable of being happy.
Okay, but do you think, and by the way, let me throw this in there. At Pops Enoch, I just saw that I saw that last text in. That's great. It's great news. It's great news. So appreciate that little nugget, man. But anyways, how much of the fan base do you think feels like that though? I mean, is there, I mean, like I know
my school will not close until there are no fans that think like that.
Do you think a lot of
I think too many, and God knows if they listen to that this morning.
I don't think majority feel that way.
Okay. 35%.
Yeah.
We got to get that number down to herd immunity, Steve. We have to get that number down to 15%.
Yeah.
I can't have that echo chambered on my airwaves after an awesome video. So, parent, today starts. You are the first official student or patient or student, whatever you want to call it. If this is a rehab facility, you're the clinical trial and the patient.
Yeah.
Parent, don't do that. Don't talk about IARP when we're talking about great videos coming out the Louisville basketball department. Don't do that. Fan, if you know what this reminds me of? I've told you this before, Steve. It's one of my crutches, my relationship crutches.
Mm-hmm.
My relationship crutch. And I encourage people to use this if you can. You may be too far into your relationship where you get tactically outmaneuvered on this move. But if you have the opportunity to reestablish a rule in your relationship,
yeah,
sweetheart, if I come to you, this is me in a hypothetical conversation.
That's what I'm gonna tell Charity when I go home. So,
sweetheart,
okay, sweetheart,
if I bring an issue to you,
is sweetheart okay?
Yes.
Okay, sweetheart.
If I bring an issue to you, we're talking about this issue.
This is the issue we're talking about.
This is the issue on the table.
Okay.
Now,
should I use?
Yes.
Should I do this?
Yes.
Okay.
No, don't lift up your finger.
Okay. So should I just keep my hands by my side?
Yeah, because the fingers is almost I'm educating you and almost a threatening gesture.
All right. Tell me out, sweetheart.
No, hold the fingers up.
Okay.
Because that lets you know how serious you are.
There you go, sweetheart. If I bring an issue to you
that I have with you,
this
is not the forum.
This is not the forum.
Wait
a minute. Hang on. This is not the forum, or this is not the forum.
This is not
okay.
The forum.
This is not the forum.
No. This is not the forum.
This is not the forum.
For you
to
in return bring up an issue with me.
To bring up an issue with me. Or bring an issue with me.
Bring an issue with me.
To bring an issue with me.
Does that make sense?
I like
because.
Okay. Am I? Is that it? Or
no. Okay. Now we're outside of hypothetical.
All right.
But
and while I'm at it,
those pancakes were dry. Okay. No, but you understand what I'm saying?
All right. I like it
because it's one of the worst things you can do is not giving me the floor
No, I
to
get what
say
you're
something to you without just turning into something I did wrong.
I kind of joked around and stepped on that a little bit, but like I get
you.
that's
Yeah,
a good
you
point.
understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good
because
point.
it's like, listen, we need to finish this conversation, finish my issue, let it get addressed or not get addressed or whatever. Listen, maybe I lose, but I've got it out.
Texter says you're gonna get me divorced.
Just don't yell.
Oh, it's not just a texter. Pops Enoch said you're gonna get me divorced.
No, but listen again. Hey, you can bring an issue up with me at a hey, let's have an hour before.
You are right.
We
You are
just
right,
need
though.
to.
I know what you're
This needs to be a separate conversation because if it goes like that every time, Steve, you're not going to bring up an issue because I know that means it's going to turn back around on me every time I voice my issue or my complaint. So we have to listen. And if you had this issue and you didn't bring it to me beforehand, then it's your fault. You didn't bring this issue to me.
Yeah.
So again, it's the reason me and my exes are all good, you get along, or I never got trashed or anything.
Right.
Too bad. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I feel about this basketball relationship as a fan. Today, we're talking about a good video and getting to know the players, a good thing. If you're going to bring an issue about IARP and cloud, every time I bring up something good about recruiting, every time then you're never going to be happy. You're always going to know everything's going to be followed up with a negative feeling, a negative spin to it. So that is lesson number 1 in fan rehabilitation. You don't mix IARP with positive vibes because it cancels anything positive you're going to have in your basketball life.
Yeah.
For starters,
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Now, that was one issue.
Okay.
Now we're going to separate the issue and go to a different issue. Ryan Hall, let's go to that other issue real quick.
He got blanket makers on there, no Maybin voice on there.
You heard one drop of Ennis in there, I believe.
A drop of Ennis in there.
Yeah.
I know Maybin's gonna be like, I can't get no love. I know that's got to be
Maybin's
coming.
got the pom poms all the time. You would think he'd be able to get in there.
I thought he would.
I bet they make the next one.
Or Rummage too. I think Rummage is up there too because Rummage, if you're talking about the two biggest guys with that.
Oh, there's no bigger supporters of the program.
Yeah. So that
then
makes a lot
Rummage
of sense.
and Maybin, who are on 93.9 from 10 to noon.
Yes.
It's also the same time Missile and Pratt are on ESPN 680.
I love how you're going to just give out the show schedule. So great.
Well, because apparently if I mention one, I have to now mention the other, or I'm going to be made fun of at 5:30 on Friday.
Okay, there was a lot there. There was a lot there.
Ooh, okay. Elephant number 1.
We'll say, where do we start here?
Process.
I was going to say, I think I start with process.
Brian, go back to that process stuff.
Maybin's got the pom poms all the time.
No.
Think he'd be
Get my name in that. Don't do it with just the pom pom. Get that
I
name.
can't get no love. I know that's got to be
Maybin's
coming.
got the pom poms all the time. You would think he'd be able to get in there.
So, since when the process think he can get that mouthy?
One more time,
How
Brian.
about that?
I can't get no love. I know that's got to be
Maybin's
coming.
got the pom poms all the time. You would think he'd be able to get in there.
Who does this little jackass think he's talking to?
I thought we were cool
What
with
does
process.
what does he know about anything, Steve?
Man,
Other than pro football, which he knows.
he knows very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell does he know about what does he know about college sports? What does he know about anything? Maybin's got the pom pom. That's one. That's your one.
Yeah.
That's your one
I think
process.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah. Hey.
So okay, so I'm
Yeah.
as my consigliere,
Yeah.
you're saying you agree that's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Right.
I don't even know. You might have overstepped your one with that one.
Yeah, that was close. That was close. If I didn't like him so much, I think I would say, nah, dude, I'd go ahead and take that one down. But
be careful.
I like him. I think when off the air and on the air, I think he's great on the air, and I think when he's off the air, I enjoy him as well.
I've been nothing but complimentary to his ability and his wit.
We take that for him quite a bit. He does a good job.
We could have let him crap talk his way out of a job a couple of times. Process, like I'm not the one that you want to.
That was rough.
You want to throw this slick stuff to.
That was rough.
And I don't know who's putting this battery in your back.
That was rough.
Y'all hear this, right? Like, so I want everybody to know this, because the other thing I hate, Steve, I hate it since I was a kid. Y'all saw that kid picking at me all year long.
Mm-hmm.
And when I beat the hell out of him in front of everybody, you know, all them girls in that gym class was like, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
What? Y'all saw him. Y'all been listening to him run his mouth about me all year long. I just finally pulverized him in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You could have stopped at the beginning. No, he had it coming. Y'all feeling sorry for him for?
I know.
He asked for that. That made me sick, right?
I know.
So what I don't want to happen is when I start unleashing on some of these dudes, don't call me a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And people who hear people calling me a bully, you better defend me. You better say Marques wasn't always like this.
I remember when he was a nice guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Y'all remember these moments.
Mitch wanted to take this moment to say he would never say that about us.
Mitch is back up. the term mitching is dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't be processing. If you're processing,
you pushing it.
We know what processing is now. We're replacing mitching with processing.
So that's one.
Yeah.
Okay. Elephant number 2.
Okay.
Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Blake and Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an Ennis clip or something. I think Drew said that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know your feelings before I talk about mine.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I have made one of these, right? One time. So I'm not as harsh on it. I'm going to go deeper than this, though. I'm going to go deeper than the videos. I do think, now this is me talking to my university. Okay. And I know you guys are listening because we get texts good and bad when something happens. I sometimes wonder, and I hope they do. And I look, I love my school. I love my university. Always will. Nothing's going to shake that. I'm going to be a Louisville fan till the day I die. Right. But I wonder sometimes if they know what we've done for them.
As far as, do they take us for granted?
If they take us for granted. Because if me and you didn't exist, and there are times that me and you, we say, no, I don't think we necessarily like ignore something that's happened. But a lot of times me and you come in here and we say, okay, this is bad. But every other show is going to talk about how bad it is. We're going to not say it's not bad, but I'm going to at least give you a alternate perspective. Okay, on what we can do for this.
We live like that, so it's not like it's just a radio thing. Yeah. Like when crappy stuff happens outside of this studio, outside of sports, outside of sports, and you and I talk about something bad that happened. You know what I will say? I will say, dude, at least you found out about that now, and you didn't have to wait till this, because then it would have been worse for the. And I bring that exact same energy to my perspectives on Louisville sports. So So just to clean up what you're saying. It's like I'm not ignoring it, but we go from bad to okay, fix it, figure it out. What's the
and that's not me. Like that's not even me doing my. I don't like the coverage. Like okay, sometimes things happen, and I understand why every other show and every other publication is going to say. We're just going to talk about it's a bad thing. We're going to talk about it. Okay, cool. Like I get that. And we come in
But I still think there's an obligation for them to cover the good part of it too. The positive.
No, but I don't think media plays fair,
Right.
especially
And
in a local.
That's why I'm
college
starting. But that's why I'm starting a rehab clinic anyway.
So,
go ahead.
so I'm like, now the video in itself, I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to use my voice. That's fine. Cool. But and I don't mind Luke and Blankenbaker. Actually, I'd rather hear Luke and Blankenbaker than what they usually use.
That's one point.
So it's then like they would use a lock. And I love, hey, we're big Lachlan fans. Like I love him. I'm like I don't need that's the last voice I need to hear in my U of L hype video, right? You know, and then there's other voices that I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. But it's like, but I'm like, you know, I mean, through Scandal 1, Scandal 2, you know, I don't want to say scandal, through NCAA 1, NCAA 2, losing seasons through. I'm like, I would just like y'all to remember imagine a world. Like go back and do the Christmas Carol.
Yeah, right.
That Steve and Marques aren't in the media. Like that's what I'd like to go there and say. I'd say, so like, I feel like
we held
I don't
together
ask, and we don't ask for a lot. We don't ask for a lot. You know, like we don't call and say, hey, we want this guy, we want this guy, we want to do this, we want to do this. Like, no, we just love the program. Like, we're just here for the program. Like, you know, but I'm like, yeah, look, I just want to make sure that, and again, this is me coming from past. I'm just, you know, look, because I love what I do. But like, this is me, like, y'all, like, I just want to make sure that we appreciate each other at the same level here. Because if Steve and Marques ever decided, okay,
anarchy,
yeah, okay, we're just gonna cover. Well, you want us to cover it like that? That's how we're gonna cover it. I mean, that would be bad news. Be bad news. I feel like we are a lone swordsman sometimes, even with the fan base. Like, and we take it. We take the brunt. I read the text. It's like, yeah, this and that. Okay, all right, but just hear me out.
But then they come back around.
Yeah, but you're going to come back around eventually, and I understand that, you know, but
doesn't make it easy sometimes, though.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Marques Maybin, OG Maybin. This is OG Maybin for a minute, because I know everybody's wondering. Parent put it out there. Dina process. Maybin's voice is not on it. You know what that is? That is what a smart department knows why they don't put Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage's voice. Brian Hall, can you look up the definition of redundancy and read it, please? Because it might be the word that I want to use. I want to make sure.
Okay.
Redundancy is the state of being not or no longer needed or useful.
Well, I hate that definition. Is there another one?
That's terrible. That's
the state of being no longer employed because there is no more work available.
Well,
maybe I never knew what it meant. Actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, well, we're going to have to go find another word.
The inclusion of extra components which are not strictly necessary to functioning in case of failure in other competence.
Oh, well, that one backfired on me. So, Steve, but I'll keep on going with this. You'll see how I mean it when I want to use that word.
Okay.
So, the basketball office, the football office, the offices. The reason that they do not use Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage's voices for the most part is because if I'm on that video, everybody from the video remembers when we said what we said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going to sound extremely arrogant. You catch Luke, you know, sometimes because he's not an everyday person.
Mm-hmm.
Catch Blake and Baker. Sometimes he's not an everyday person. Anybody who's going to enjoy this video has spent 2 hours listening to us pretty much every day for the last 4 years.
Right. I would
at
agree
10
with
to
that.
12.
I would agree with that.
Our voices do not need to be echoed on the video because they already listening to us from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
This target audience of my Louisville fans listen to Maybin, Rummage, then we watch the video. I don't need the same thing Maybin Rummage just said on the show to be on my video. So I'm perfectly I don't want to hear myself on that video. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to them put together something without me and me break it down extremely different. So there was not even, you and I both know people who die for the credit. You know what I'm saying? That, they're missing out on the process. You know what I'm saying? They make mistakes because they're dying to get to the credit part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know people like that. I know people like that.
Sure.
And we see the downfall in that logic. There's absolutely no thirst for me to be on the video.
No, that's what I was saying. The video in itself is not that's why I said.
Now I did want to get on that opener. I did want to get on that board in the Yum Center.
That's what I was saying. I did take
shamefully.
And you was. And you was.
I wanted to be in the intro, Steve.
They added you in.
Is that probably the only time I ever begged for something and it got answered, Steve?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. That's what I was saying. I was like, look, for me, it's not the video or the video. For me, I was like, look, I just wanted to use that open forum just as come on now.
Yeah. So I don't feel like they love me any less by not putting me on and when I was listening to it, I'm like, yeah, this is just episode 1.
Oh yeah, no, I loved Blake, Baker, and Luke, and Dennis. They did a great job on there.
Save me till we bust Duke and send Coach K out here the right way.
Yeah, get Steve.
Yeah,
and that's true. Nobody. You imagine watching a video and just hear my voice and you calling them babies and love you guys.
No, look, I'll give you something to listen to once we bust somebody.
Yeah, right.
When we bust Gonzaga in that tournament.
Right.
Then I need my voice.
Yeah. Then we'll play that. I know we're about to take a break here in a second.
Let's go ahead and do that.
So when we come back, there was more for the basketball team this weekend than just a video.
By the way,
so we'll chat about that.
Maybe I owe a little bit of apology. I made a joke about Kentucky, and I saw something that kind of egg on my face a little bit. Quick commercial break. Midday with Marques Maybin on 99 The Ville.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And right now, you'll find more ways to save when you buy 6 or more participating sale items. You'll save 50 cents each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, your home for the Diener Show, 7 to 10 a.m.
The one thing you never know in the off seasons of football and basketball is who is improving, who is getting better.
Middays with Marques Maybin, 10 to noon.
No matter how good your coaches are, players got to play.
And afternoons with Mark Ennis on the drive.
I know that he's got tons of campaigning to do to convince people that he wants to be here, but I think he does.
This is 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Commonwealth Credit Union is proud to be the exclusive volunteer partner for the 2021 Barbasol Championship, but we need your help. If you want an up-close experience on the PGA Tour, register to become a volunteer today. Volunteers are not only integral to the success of the event, but they have helped raise over $250,000 for the tournament charity Caddy 127. Registration for the 2021 Barbasol Championship Volunteer Program is now open. Visit ccuky.org/volunteer for more information today. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville, not focused with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is sparkling water with caffeine, and it's putting sugary soda on notice with its newest flavor, Cola, which was just awarded Best New Product by BevNet Magazine.
Focus Cola has all the classic taste, but none of the harmful ingredients. No sugar, no sweeteners, no guilt. It's what's missing that matters.
Haven't had it before? Try Focus Cola for just $12 when you use code NEWCOLA at www.drinkfocus.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. Additional restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it or where to get help. HIMSS was our answer. HIMSS connected my husband with a licensed provider online. He was able to get medication to treat his ED at a fraction of the price people pay for the name brand. It was delivered to our door, and guess what? Our sex life is back. It works.
Right now, get your first online provider's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/love. Yep, free. No copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Just the care you need.
Thanks to HIMSS, we got our sex life and our marriage back.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/love. That's forhims.com/love for your free online visit. forhims.com/love.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.